Honors, I hereby sentence this criminal to 25 years in Sydney.
No! I, as the representative of the jury, believe he should get just 5 years in prison.
Judges interpret the law, assess evidence presented, and control how hearings and trials unfold in their courtrooms. The jurors have the responsibility of deciding whether a person is guilty or not guilty of the offense for which she or he has been charged for. The jury does not interpret the law, quite opposite of the judge. It follows the directions of the judge as regards to the legal matters. Anyone from the public could be the jury. Moment. In theory, the freedom of choice between bench trial or jury system depends on whether the case is civil or criminal.
There are 3 reasons why a judge might be better. The first reason why a judge might be better is because that it requires a law qualification. By law qualification, I mean that the judge will require a law degree and he has undergone some form of experience in applying position as a judge. The second reason a judge might be better than the jury is because that the judge can discern what is right and what is wrong between a law case. Because unlike a jury only know the case by their gut feeling and their instinct. Because the judge knows all the knowledge which resides in the case, unlike the jury. The third reason is that a judge requires less tedious procedure. Unlike a jury consists of 12 members, which then takes a very, very long time to make a concise decision, unlike a judge, which just takes one decision to finish everything.
Case example. So, on September 10, 2014, 4 individuals planned a crash for cash flood, which is basically getting a car to crash with another vehicle and then claiming financial compensation from the insurance company. However, during this incident, a lady called Betty Lard. And during the trial, £500 was offered to 3 jurors. £500 was offered to 3 jurors to verdict the defendants as guilty. The judges quickly found out about this conspiracy and abolished the juries and came up with the bench trial instead. Since juries are much more so their actions are severely affected by benefits and money.
However, we can argue that not all judges can be reliable. For example, the Kids for Cash scandal in 2008, where a judge was convicted for bribery. He accepted $2.2 million from a juvenile detention facility to lock up children behind bars. This shows that not all judges can be reliable and that for some cases the jury system can be the better option.
So why exactly is the jury system better? So number one, the standard of proof in a civil case is much lower than a criminal case. So judges have a firmer grasp of proof, and the effect of the proof can be changed throughout the course of in court, whereas juries usually do not. As Tiana mentioned earlier, judges interpret the law, whereas juries do not, which brings me on to the second point, where they tend to be a much easier audience than judges. This is because when you address juries, it's more of telling a compelling story. So if the lawyer presents his or her argument correctly and really strongly, then he or her would most likely win.
The biggest advantage of the jury system is that juries tend to award more. So as John has said, a particularly compelling story about how a victim was harmed in the hands of the defendant could lead to a much more bigger award than a dispassionate judge would grant.
Professor David Taylor is a professor of social theory and social policy. he's been leading the social sciences in Brighton since 1998, and what he said was if attorneys would want a more emotional decision, then they would be better off with a jury system. This is because when you address the jury with your compelling story, you will get more sympathy, and therefore you get a more lenient punishment and the ideal result that you want to get for your client.
Okay, so to sum up the jury system, it means that there are occasions where the jury trials are more suited in your case, especially cases that present a very sympathetic light. It means that juries are more swayed by sympathy rather than hard evidence like the attorneys are.
Looking at the financial state of the two systems, according to our interview with a lawyer from Malaysia, juries are slow, inefficient, and costly. So in Malaysia, you'd have to pay £20 per juror, and keep in mind there are 12 members in a jury. Therefore, it's less efficient. Also, in addition, judges are better trained and they have better qualifications, which means that they can make more consistent decisions, whereas in the jury system, it can go either ways.
Okay, so the picture above here shows a bunch of juries trying to ask for their money, which kind of backs up the point Monique said about the jury system being more costly than the bench trials. And it also means that the juries could be more motivated by the money instead of the case or the actual justice from the case.
So another big disadvantage that the jury system has is that, like I said earlier, you want to get the sympathy in order to achieve a more lenient punishment. So a lot of lawyers do take advantage of this and abuse it. So a lot of criminals get away with the crimes that they've committed.
Okay, so we would like to have a small sample. We'd like you to be the jury and we will be the judge. Okay, so if you prefer the bench trial, which is the judge system, can I see your hands up, please? The judge? If you prefer the jury, can I see your hands up, please? Okay, but then either way, because we are the jury, because we have more qualification and more power because we are the judge and we have more qualification and power over the jury, we still have the right to overrule your point.
And based on our studies, we believe that both systems, the jury system and the judge system, have their own pros and cons. And it also depends on whether the case is a civil case or a criminal case. However, we as a group think that the judge system is much more efficient as they are less costly and they have training and qualification in this particular field.
In conclusion, the presentation showed that judges are less costly and more efficient. Therefore,
I sentence this criminal to 25 years.